recording, Alexis? Yeah, oh, there you go. There you go. Okay. So hello everyone. My name is Lori. I am the Grow Ontario Accelerator Hub coordinator at BioEnterprise Canada. I'm really happy to see all of you here and that there you are interested in learning more about the initiative. Just to give you some information about what to expect throughout this session, I'm going to give you a program overview. So kind of letting you know about the offerings that we have throughout the for the initiative, the eligibility for companies, application process, key dates, etc. We will have a question and answer session at the end of this presentation. You can drop your questions in the chat if you have any throughout, but you can also unmute at the end of the presentation to ask your questions directly. So the Grow Ontario Accelerator Hub, or GOAH for short, is funded by the governments of Canada and Ontario. So the Ontario Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Agribusiness, through the Sustainable Canadian Agricultural Partnership, so that's SCAP, and it's a 5-year initiative. So throughout that 5 years, we're looking to help 100 companies, so that's around 20 companies per year. The program itself is delivered by BioEnterprise Canada's Food and Agri-Tech Engine. So a little bit about GOAH. So this initiative is really just focusing on supporting innovative Ontario-based companies, bring different products and technologies to market. We're looking to do that through advisory, mentorship, and coaching, a dedicated business resource hub, customized business support services, workshops, webinars. We're really trying to make this more like a tool in your toolkit. Not trying to hunker you down with too many different things all at once, because we understand that entrepreneurs are extremely busy. So Go Around 3 begins April 1st, 2026 and runs until March 31st, 2027. So that's 1 year of membership in this program. There's no cost to participate, just submitting an application form that goes through a review process. And then if you're accepted, you'll be in the program. And we're looking to onboard around 20 companies this year. So just to give you some of the core offerings of the program, so each company is to receive around 25 hours of dedicated advisory consulting from different experts. We call them innovation advisors in the food and agri-tech sector. The bulk of it will come from your lead advisor, and I'll talk a little bit more about those advisors a bit later. The next thing is that you'll have access to our network of professional support services through our partners. We also have a business resource hub that is housed on our Engine Online community. So that is a community of agri-food experts, entrepreneurs such as yourself, advisors or partners, other individuals in the ecosystem that are all trying to connect with each other. This is where our resource hub is housed. So on that resource hub, we have articles, guides, templates, videos, webinars, other resources that we know will be extremely helpful to various stages of entrepreneurs and businesses. Something that we found extremely important to different companies is that access to our network. We have a large network of national and international partners across Canada that kind of can help you throughout your time as well. Forming those partnerships and talking to people at the right time, we've seen is extremely important to the companies that come through BioEnterprise and through GOAH. Lastly, one of the best things I think is that flexible support. The entire program is remote and it's at your convenience. It's really, as I said before, it's really trying to be a tool in your toolkit. You do have 25 hours of advisory throughout the year, but being able to access those 25 hours as you see fit is something that is extremely valuable that we've seen to the companies that have come through. So about eligibility. Firstly, you must be a for-profit company incorporated in Canada with less than 50 employees. We're really focusing on startups and small to medium enterprises here. You have to be headquartered and operating in Ontario. It's an Ontario funded program. So that's one thing that you have to be. Have technologies that are at or beyond technology readiness level 3. If you are not familiar with the TRL scales, there is a link out to that in the application form itself. So you can learn a little bit more about the levels of technology readiness and determine which one you are. You have to be operating within the agricultural, agri-food, agri-based product sector. and you have to address one of the key priority areas that are outlined by OMAFA. Some of them would be food safety, animal health and welfare, soil health, water quality, innovative products, etc. There are about 11 of them. If you're not familiar with them, that also is linked out on our GOAH page on our website. So you can kind of go through them to see which one or more of them you're addressing. So for the application process, it's pretty straightforward. There is a link to the application form on our website. There is no sign-in required for you to be able to fill out this application form. On the form, we're going to ask you some basic informational questions, some contact information, learning more about your business to determine eligibility, the model of your business, questions about your technology, your goals that you have in the next couple months to a year. And we're also going to ask you to upload a pitch deck or just a deck as well. That deck is kind of just supplemental information to kind of back up everything that you have in your application form. If you don't have a deck, there are lots of different templates online that you can kind of help to be able to create one for us. It's nothing too extravagant. We're just trying to learn more about your business and some of the goals that you have as well as your team. Um, so applications opened on February 2nd, 2026. It's going to stay open until all spots are filled. I would suggest very strongly that you apply as soon as you can, because we expect those spots to fill up pretty quickly. So for the review process, each application is going to be checked for completeness and eligibility when they're received. They will then go through a review process by our expert panel, and then final notices of successful and unsuccessful applications will go out by the end of March for this first round there. I had mentioned our innovation advisors before. These are the lovely folks. They are a group of extremely knowledgeable individuals. They are people who have had real success as entrepreneurs or executives in the agri-food industry. Their expertise ranges from food science to marketing to bioplastics to regulatory work. A group of individuals with such great knowledge that have been through what you're going through, have navigated the same challenges and opportunities that you're facing as you grow. And they really have a passion for helping fellow entrepreneurs that are going through that right now. I mentioned before that you would have a lead advisor, but that's not to say that you don't have access to others as well. If you're interested in learning more about each of them and the type of expertise that they bring that you could potentially tap into, they're also listed on our website for you to check out. Next, I mentioned that we have a large partner network. So in addition to our advisors, we have these different organizations that have interacted with or worked with BioEnterprise throughout our time, or 20 years of being BioEnterprise Canada. Different types of organizations like our knowledge and development partners that are more like colleges and universities, collaborative that are more like other business accelerators and incubators. And then lastly, our service partners that we have there that can really help each of the companies in our program with R&D help, consulting, legal help, marketing, brand development, website development, pretty much anything that you think you would need as an entrepreneur, we probably have a partner for it that can help you in some way. And lastly, I just wanted to show you some of our past GOAH members. These aren't all of them. We have 61 that have been in the program so far or are currently in the program. 61 of them, all various stages, all various business types. We have larger companies that have been VC-backed agri-tech to smaller companies that are on-farm producers that are creating really unique products that they're selling directly to Ontario consumers. So really just trying to show you the different types of companies that we have here. And it's interesting because they're so different. They often would network with each other, talk to each other, collaborate. They're all going through or have been through similar struggles. So being able to talk to one another is extremely valuable to them, we've seen. Through our Engine online community, or if we were to invite a company to a trade show or something like that, the interaction there and the networking there we've seen is extremely valuable. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you all for listening. As I mentioned, my name is Lori, so I have my email address there. So if you have any questions, you can always send me an email, as well as my phone number as well. A lot of the questions that you may have, we have a lot of different documents on our webpage as well, like the initiative guidelines, the terms and conditions of the program that can give you some more information about it, just in case you had any questions that you wanted to read up about it for yourself. So that is it for me. I know that was a lot of information all at once. This is recorded and will be placed on our website as well as our Engine Online community. So if you needed to rewatch it for whatever reason, it will be accessible to you. And as I said before, you can always just shoot me an email or a call. Happy to help. I am going to stop sharing my screen now. And I don't know if anyone has any questions. I see that chat is empty, which is, I don't know if that's good or bad, but if you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer. The floor is now yours.
Actually, you answered some of the questions that I had, which was because it's the acceptance is on a rolling basis. I thought that would be able to hear back as you're accepting
Mhm.
applicants, but we have to wait until everything has been completed, and that's when you communicate.
Yeah,
All right.
to hear back, yes, so around the end of March, I would say, because the start of the program would be April. So you should hear back around the end of March,
Yeah.
for that.
I have already applied myself. I
Yes,
submitted my application on Thursday last week.
yes, good.
Yeah, so I'm excited and
Okay,
looking forward.
great,
Mhm.
great. That's good. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions for me? Or did I answer all of them? Which is great. Um, but if you don't have any questions,
One more question.
yes,
If anybody has a question, I can stand back until others have asked.
no, you can go ahead. I think everyone is either shy or I answered everything. If you're not comfortable asking your question in the chat, though, please feel free to send me an email. I can drop my email address in the um chat for you so that if anyone is just uncomfortable, no problem. Happy to answer it privately as well.
So my question is, do you contact your applicants if there is missing information or you need any clarification? Do you contact them or?
Yes, so throughout the review process, if we think that something is missing or if there's something that's unclear that the review committee just needs a little bit more information on, we do reach out to our different applicants, yes.
Okay, that's
But
good to
if
know.
if the company is just ineligible, then that's a different conversation. Then they would just simply be declined,
Yeah,
unfortunately. Yeah,
yeah, understood. Thank you.
no problem. Any more questions? Okay. If not, this was a very quick review information session. That is fine. As I said, if you okay, go ahead,
There
Obi.
are subventions or we have to pay back the money?
Oh no, so there's no cost to the program whatsoever. It's completely free. All you have to do is apply, and if you're accepted, then you get all the offerings that I would have mentioned before.
And it's possible to send the link where we can apply for the...
Yes, I can send you our web page. Copy. On this web page here that I am sending, it has all the information to the program, as well as the link out where it says apply now on the web page that you can click that and then the application form will pop up.
Okay.
No problem. Okay.
And if we just started our business and we don't have any more, not yet turnover, we don't have any, how can I say, if I start my business now,
Revenue.
revenue not yet, and it's possible to
Yes.
apply to?
Yes. Still
Okay.
possible. Yeah. We work with a lot of companies that their products aren't yet on the market. That's kind of why we mentioned the TRL scale being a little bit lower. So it's really just proof of concept of something that you've been working on that is kind of the minimum requirement for technology readiness that we're looking.
Okay.
But you can be pre-revenue, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
That's good.
Okay. All right. One more chance for anyone to ask any questions. No? Okay.
I think there's something in the chat.
There
Oh,
is.
that was you.
Oh, okay. Um, no problem. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for taking the time to join us today. I'm really excited to see your applications come through. If you already haven't submitted like Doria, you already have. So really excited to see them come in and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a
Bye,
lot.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.